What's happening, YouTube, Facebook, Daily Motion, and everybody, and welcome to a brand new PRLostGalaxy2014 toy review. And we're going to do some Marvel Legends for the first time on my channel. I've had this Marvel Legends figure of Black Cat from Marvel's Spider-Man line of new figures for a while, and this Marvel Legends line of Spider-Man figures came out last year, as a matter of fact, and I got this figure of Black Cat from Walmart for $19, and it was the last one. At the time I got this figure last year, it was the last one I got that was laying around on the shelf at the action figure department of the store, and I wanted to get it off of Amazon, but I decided no, Walmart was more convenient at the time when I got this figure. So if you get this wave of figures of Spider-Man from the Marvel Legends line, whatever wave this is, for the figures, the following figures in order to build Kingpin, because I do have in fact a Kingpin Build-A-Figure piece here. We'll get to that when we get to that. On the box though, I already got Black Cat. Now I just have to do is get the following characters, especially the Symbiote Spider-Man, the Red Goblin, and Silver Sable, and these two characters in between the Black Suit Spider-Man and Sable and Black Cat. However, regular Spider-Man doesn't come with a Build-A-Figure piece, so it's best to skip that figure Spider-Man and go for the Symbiote one, because if you connect these figures together, let me put the focus so I can show you what I was talking about if you already bought these figures already. But I just want to tell this to anyone watching my video and my review on it. If you want to, build a figure of Kingpin, you gotta buy these individual figures and skip this Spider-Man in order to do so. Anyway, let's put this box aside. Onto the figure itself, there's not that much I can say, because for the first time in my entire life as a Marvel fan and a toy collector, I have always wanted an action figure of Black Cat for some time. For some reason, over the years of my history of having Spider-Man action figures, I never really had villains outside of like Green Goblin and Dr. Octopus. For most of the majority of Spider-Man toys, I never really had figures of any of Spider-Man's other villains like Shocker, Vulture, Electro, Kingpin. Speaking of that, Rhino, Scorpion, and all those other villains, especially Venom and Carnage. So luckily I got my hands on Black Cat so I can see how she looks. Before I get to the accessories, I want to look at how this figure looks. This figure of Black Cat is based on a Black Cat that has this kind of design to her. This is basically the same image as this this Sideshow Black Cat, I think, image right here, because it's identically the same one. And when I first looked at this figure, it does, this figure looks pretty good. I mean, the way how they did her face, I know she's not based on anybody in particular, because as much as I would love to see Felicia Hardy and as the Black Cat in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, fortunately I don't think that's ever going to happen, because of all the times we had Black Cat in Spider-Man video games and cartoons and some toys, and in the comics we just never had her in any of the movies. I just hope so in the future we do. I like the way how her face looks for the figure. I don't know, it's like, why does her face for some reason remind me of someone in particular? I like the way how they put some detail to her white hair, her cat tail and strap. But this is a different kind of Black Cat. This is not like the traditional one where the fur pieces of her boots and gloves were all white. They decided to keep it black to be more modern. And I like the fact that they put some cat eyes on the upper abdomen of her. See, that's, yeah, and in fact this is despite this being one of my first few Marvel Legends figures, I'll get the Domino next time, but for one of my first few Marvel Legends for like the female characters of Marvel, I actually like the way how they actually put more detail to the articulation to them to give them more realistic vibes to them, because if this is like the comic book versions of the characters, they add some comic accurate detail. If it's the TV film versions of the Marvel characters, they have to look like what they have to look like. Because all my life I had always wanted a Marvel Legends figure of a character or all characters, and I will get around getting some more Marvel Legends in the future. Okay, so as for the articulation on Black Cat, You can turn her arms around, left, right, back, forth. You can even do swiveling of the arms. You can do knee crunches. You can do ankle pivots, which are good. And also the butterfly joints to the abdomen is not that much, because it's going to be common for a lot of female figures of the Marvel Universe from Hasbro's Marvel Legends line. Okay, so on to accessories. The accessories is just only her tail whip, and Kingpin's arm, but we'll get Kingpin's arm. Now this is Black Cat's whip. Now I gotta see how it looks. Okay, so I have to put the... Now when I tested this figure, I just didn't know where to put the whip. It's like I'm supposed to put it in her hand like this, because I didn't get this right the first time. I never did do a video review on this figure before, but I know I'm doing this a year later after I had got this figure. You can do all kinds of poses with her with the whip, but see, that's another problem. It's like when I'm trying to do is with the whip in her hand, it's like it doesn't know what hand should hold, keep a hold grip of the hand. And okay, so here's some poses with her like this. Or you can have her with the whip. Well, see, that's another problem. See, one of the common things I had with this figure, with the with the whip in her hand, it just can never stay stable in between her fingers. That was another thing that I found a little jarring with this. Close enough. Okay, now on to the Build-A-Figure piece to Kingpin. So let me stand Black Cat up. Okay, so the Build-A-Figure, I was supposed to say finger, sorry. Build-A-Figure piece is Kingpin's left, right arm with his scepter. And I think that the more figures I get in order to complete Kingpin, this is just the basic part of him. And I actually like the way how they put some translucent detail to the crystal to Kingpin's scepter, which is pretty neat and very realistic. Let alone this being a plastic accessory for that character. And that's just about it, guys. That's it for the review. And so overall, do I recommend this for anybody who collects Marvel Legends? Yes. Do I want to recommend it for anyone who would like to collect mainly Spider-Man characters? Yes. Do I want to recommend it for those who want to pick it up as a shelf, as a peg warmer? Not likely. And well, this figure was a peg warmer at Walmart, but it's been a year now since I got this figure. I have been wanting to get my hands on it for some time because I really wanted a Black Cat figure so bad, because I never had an action figure of her before, but this was my very first time getting her as an action figure, and I'm happy I got this figure. So anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think. I'm on for now for brand new reviews and more Marvel Legends to come. So anyway, guys, Anthony on PRLostGalaxy2014, more to come, and I'll see you guys next time.